We go live.
There, right there in the top corner, it's blinking live. It says 1 second, and hello, guys.
Hey, Disney nerds, how's it going? We're going to give everybody a couple minutes to start checking in. We're going to share the show a couple different places. It's going to be Sam and I tonight. So, as it is my first time running this shebangy.
Just like the other night in the podcast, Ed, it's the same thing, except we're not
That's
sitting in
right.
the same place. How cool is that?
That is so cool. We were having dinner next to each other in, what was that, 3:30? And tonight we're doing this cross state.
So when he says 3:30, he's talking about the Disney Nerds podcast episode number 330, which is live. If you go to disneynerdspodcast.com, you can find that. That was pretty cool. We were in King of Prussia. Now you are, but I'm not. I'm on the other side of the state.
Yep, I am still here.
That's cool.
Do you see the chats coming up?
I see that Morgan is out there and she says hello. Morgan, What's happening?
Well, I don't see anybody in chat.
Well, they'll be there soon. It takes a little bit of time. So as we start to share things, we'll be good with that. In fact, I'm going to do that as we're speaking.
Are you watching the Facebook page or the YouTube channel?
I will be in just a second hitting the group page, and then I'll share it a couple of places. I see that Jimmy did that as well.
Bill just showed up. Wow, everybody just showed up.
There you go. Hi, man.
Maria, how are you?
Everybody's going, where are the nerds tonight? Where's Jimmy? Where's Lisa? That's what everybody's thinking. It's Ed and Sam tonight.
That's true. Jimmy's under the weather, and Lisa's taking the night off and enjoying the Florida atmosphere. As we start having people join the show, guys, say hello. Tell us where you're from. We're always interested to see where everybody's from.
This is true. This is absolutely true.
Very cool. Hi, Michelle. So we have a couple things we're going to be doing tonight. We are going to view the Jungle Cruise trailer that was released this morning. Cool. I'm looking forward to it. I saw bits of it today. I'm looking forward to see it one straight shot. I hope it works. We also have a special type of thing, which we thought you guys would really like. We have an unboxing tonight. If you're not unsure about an unboxing, basically we ordered a box on the internet, and it's a mystery of what's inside of it, and we're going to open it up here tonight live.
Bill's in Cincinnati. Greg's in Kentucky. We got Plano, Texas joining in there. There's people from everywhere joining in there. This is great.
So cool. Hey, Melissa from Jersey.
Jersey in the house.
Right down the street.
That's not far from you at all.
Not at all. Actually, my wife's over there tonight.
How about that?
Yeah.
I'm still attempting to share.
Okay. We'll go a couple more minutes and we'll start. I'm from King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, guys. Sam's from the other side of the state.
The other side of the state. It's weird when I go in, Ed, and I try to share it. I get an echo thing going on, so I'm back now.
Oh, okay. You might be doubling up.
I absolutely was doubling up. Do you like the red glow that I have going? It's sort of my Sith thing. I can change that if we need.
Mm-hmm. That is very, very dark colorish. Margate, Florida. Hey, Scott. There's a Margate, New Jersey. Hello, Amy and Justin. East Coast is having an incredible shot of warm weather this week. We're totally loving it. And everybody's still washing their hands.
Hey, Jason. That's exactly where I am too, by the way, in the Burke.
Thanks, Jimmy. Lafitte, that's down in Jimmy's land. Vineland, know it well.
Audie from Lafayette. Who's that? I thought he was at the ice cream store. That guy.
Hi, Diane.
So, Ed, you have a box from Walt's Life. Is that what you're talking about tonight?
I do. I have a box from Walt Life that I received in the mail, which we got from them to open up live on our show tonight. So we are going to do that. And as people come in, basically we'll go over what the box is. We got it online at waltzlife.com. They have a number of different boxes out there, and it was pretty cool. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick.
Hey, Jason from Pittsburgh, now in Orlando. Next time there's a game on and I'm in Orlando, we'll hook up. Which, by the way, I was just looking at, completely off topic, but I'm looking at a trip potentially to Canton, Ohio to watch some Steelers get enshrined in the Hall of Fame. That could be cool.
Great. Everything's so like you're wondering what's going to happen. I keep hearing different things from the parks as far as the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So we're waiting to still hear about that. I don't know. Hopefully everything kind of blows over.
Jimmy's correcting me on my New Orleans geography, which I'm sorry, man.
Lafitte.
It's a crawfish boil. That's what I know, and I'll come. I'll be there.
Cool. So, waltzlife.com was happy enough to send us this box. Now, they've got Disney boxes. They've also got really cool Star Wars boxes. They also have...
Same place, Walt's Life?
Correct.
Okay.
They also sell pins and pretty cool stuff in that regard. So what we're going to do is open up. Now, the box we have here is the Magic Plus box for the male 18 plus. So now they have different categories for their boxes. First of all, they have different levels. So we have a $79 huge box. We've got the $49 box. And just give me one more second because I want to try to pull that up again.
Waltzbox.com.
Walt's Life.
Waltzlife.com. Thank you. That's why I'm not finding what I wanted.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Good old Google.
I know, right? Nothing like doing it online, though.
Waltzlife.com.
Walt Life, no S. So that's the big thing there.
That's it.
Okay, so guys, waltlife.com. And you can go out there and look at your box. Now, like I said, they have the different categories of boxes.
They have a snack box, Ed? Come on, time out. There's a snack box? Like, okay, sign me up.
Well, the biggest box they have is an $80 box, the Kingdom box, and these guys are monthly. You can cancel anytime, all that fun stuff. Like I said, we have the Magic Plus. Got to hold it up on that mystery Magic Plus box, which was $48 normally, and we're going to have one Disney park item. We're going to have 4 Disney mystery items, and you can even skip months and things like that. We only have it for the 1 month, and we're going to see what it's going to be like.
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and open this up. Okay.
I'm well aware that the Penguins are on TV right now, for those of you that are letting me know that.
Oh, anybody watching the St. Francis from Pennsylvania ESPN2 NEC championship game, by the way?
No, we're watching the Pittsburgh Penguins play the New Jersey Devils.
Okay. So.
All right, Ed, what do we got?
Take a quick look. So.
How big is this? And this just comes regular shipping, Federal Express?
Yeah, it came pretty quickly. It was here in no time at all. It was probably about 4 or 5 days. They got it to us really, really quick.
Oh, and you know what? I like that.
I'm going to kind of real quick.
Are there things in there you can eat? Is that a snack box? It's not the snack box.
This is not.
I want the snack box. Can I get that?
You can anytime you want.
I'm ordering the snack box, and we are going to eat the entire snack box live on this show.
Wow. So now I thought what was really cool, they had a surprise box too. So now a surprise box is, I guess, if you know you're going to Disney World, you want to surprise somebody in your family, you can get them the surprise box.
That's cool.
I thought that was a really novel idea. So I'll show you the box once we're done the opening. So let's look inside here and see what we have. Okay. So the first thing I'm pulling out is another box.
A box in a box.
Fine. So let's see what we have inside the box.
Kathy's in PA. That's awesome. Jamie, what's up, my man?
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Jamie.
He's keeping me updated on scores. That's good.
Okay. So
if it was in Pittsburgh tonight, by the way, I would be there, not here. But All right, Ed, what do you
Oh,
got?
sure. First item we have is a
Nice.
nice Mickey mug.
I
Coffee
like
cup.
it. Very nice.
Ooh. And it actually has the price on it. Maybe we can compare it and see how much we got for this. Okay. Now the second item, and I'm going kind of in order of the box, and that was pretty cool. And this is going to be
In the
pretty
box, it's a
radical.
box, it's a box. Oh,
Look what we
Malkin, it's
have.
4-2. Thanks.
Look what we
Abu!
have here.
Abu.
Abu in the box. Disney's Aladdin.
I like it.
Abu.
I like it
Stuffed
very
animal.
much.
Very nice Abu.
Is that from yeah, I'm looking very nice. Is that from the I'm wondering if it's from the remake, from the live action Aladdin, if that was part of that merchandise.
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't have
Just
anything with
wondered.
live action. It looks like it's old, but very good still.
It's still cool
Very
any
cool.
way you look at it. I like it.
Nice.
Abu.
Okay, so our 2 items so far.
How many
Okay.
items typically are in one of these things? What do we look for?
Well, for this one, I think it was the one made on and 4 other items. I'd have to pull back the page up. Yeah, 1 Disney park item and 4 Disney mystery items.
Okay, so the mug and the Abu are 2 mystery items.
We're thinking.
Okay,
we could
we're
have gotten
thinking.
either in the park, right?
What do you got there in the glass, Ed? You have taken over for Jimmy.
Oh, nothing bad. Nothing bad. Let's take a break real quick. Welcome to the Walt Life family. We got a really awesome card here. Oh, no. Okay, awesome. You just joined an exclusive Disney fan club that is here to send you all the Disney fun that you'll ever need. We're so excited to curate special boxes every month filled with officially licensed Disney and Disney park goodies, that are specially chosen with you in mind. We're excited to create your happily ever after. Get ready to love your box as much as we love making it for you. Oh, I would have read this right away if it was on top. Sorry, guys. Hi there. I'm Sarah. I wanted to introduce myself to you as I get to choose your items every month. I hope you love your first box. Have a great week. And Sarah. And she actually sent a photograph. Now, I'm not sure. Can we show that? What do you guys think?
What photograph are you looking to share there, Ed?
I have a photograph of Sarah who packed our box. So, Sarah, thank you very much. That is outstanding.
That is cool. That Olaf is awfully big to get in that box. Let's just.
That is cool. And I'm looking down there. I'm looking for it. And he's not there. But awesome. Thank you very much for that note. And let me reach in the box and see what else. So now we've got a couple more items, and I feel a pin. How can you get a Mickey box without a pin, right?
I like it. Mini. It looks like Flower and Garden Mini, potentially, with the...
True. Is there any chance that that's Mickey and Minnie? Minnie on the ride? Does she wear a hat with a flower?
Similar. I was thinking Flower and Garden Festival initially, because that's just where I'm back from.
Yeah, very cool. Oh, we're going to talk about that in a second. Okay, so
now...
Right,
the personalization is awesome, by the way. I completely agree with that comment.
We'll hold off on this for a second. We have another pin, so let's take a look at that. We have an Incredibles Num Num pin.
Oh, no. That is the Jack Cookie Num Yums from Hollywood Studios or Disney's California Adventure. Absolutely an amazing snack. If you have a snack credit you need to use, you need to get a Jack Cookie Num Yum. They're absolutely amazing.
Very cool.
Jack Cookie Num Yum.
Tip nonetheless.
It all gets back to that. That's why we want the snack box. But we're talking about a chocolate chip cookie pie, basically. It's phenomenal.
Okay, so now the next things I'm pulling out here, a couple Pixar postcards. We've got a nice Toy Story postcard. And the bee, Wally Bee.
Wally Bee, that's from the original, if I remember right. The original Pixar animated short. Very nice.
Very cool. And that looks to be about it. Here is the box, which is pretty cool in itself.
Snow White in the bottom of the box there.
Yeah. Oh.
Jack. Exactly. Jack.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on in here with the people that run the company. Whoops. And we also have this. We found a chip in the box, which if I
wait a
collect,
minute.
and a game of board.
Walt Life. Collect the different tokens or chip or whatever you want to call it. What do you have, an L there?
I have an L. Collect the word Walt and win a Disney Sum Sum mini.
Sarah does indeed want to build a snowman. I want to see her just put that snowman inside that box is what I want to see.
And then click the word life and win a Disney mini beanbag plush.
Cool contests.
Yeah, just something to do.
Like
and actually,
like
if you're doing a subscription for this and you're doing it for the year, then I gotta imagine you'll be collecting these pretty often, and that might be something worthwhile doing. There was one other note in here, and we have the Epic. We hope to have a magical month. Your treasures are the Mickey teacup. It's always tea time with this awesome teacup. The Abu plush, the Parks pin. Styles may vary, which we actually got 2 pins, so that's kind of cool. And postcard times 2 with the Pixar artwork. One more note. Hi there, Disney fan. This month is going to be great, and I had a blast picking out these goodies. Would love to hear your feedback. Take care, Sarah. Definitely going to hear your feedback. So now I'm done looking at this. Guys, do you have any questions about what we got here? Because I thought this was a pretty cool little box.
that is pretty cool. It's really cool.
Here was that mug, coffee cup. I guess the set of these would be kind of nice.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I like it. I like the coloring on it.
Yeah.
So you started by reading there were 4 Disney items and 1 Parks item. I wonder if the Jack Jack cookie pin is the Parks item.
I'm guessing either the park pin or can't we say the Abu plush? Abu?
Maybe.
Could we have gotten him?
I think that Jimmy was on when it looks like the animated Abu, and it does. It's cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely is.
Do his arms pull out? I've seen those in Animal Kingdom before.
Yeah. So they're Velcroed, and you can kind of put them around wherever you want.
There you go. Put them
cool.
around your
Take them along
backpack.
with you. Yeah, very cool.
Very nice.
Oh.
I like it, Ed. I like it.
Yeah, so this was fun. Guys, what do you think? Should we do this again sometime? That's what we have to find out.
Only if it's a snack box and it's here with me. I'll be clear on that. I mean,
well, that's what's cool about this. If we do like this, the next box we'll get will probably be, I don't know if it'll be the snack box or the ladies box. And we'll definitely send that one to either Lisa or Morgan or whoever wants to do that on live for us. So I'm looking forward to that one. That would be cool. Okay. That Olaf, yeah, that was pretty big. Morgan. Okay, guys. So Sam was down in Walt Disney World less than a week ago.
Less than a week ago. That is correct. I was there for Mickey Minnie's Monterey Railroad. There's a show about that, a podcast, and the opening of the Flower and Garden Festival. And in fact, the next Disney Nerds podcast, show number 321, will be all about the things you need to do at the outdoor kitchens at the Flower and Garden Festival. So that's a pretty good one. In fact, it was kind of cool. We teamed up with touringplans.com, a sponsor of the podcast and the show, and they went through, if you had $50, what would you purchase in the outdoor kitchens for the Flower and Garden Festival 2020? And it's a really good show, and it's got a lot of insightful information in it. So make sure you guys check that out.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Has anybody been down to Food and Wine?
Flower and Garden.
To the Flower and Garden yet? I know Sam has. It's been about a week going, I guess, a little bit more than that.
Yeah, it started on the 4th, so right over, last Wednesday. So I think it's a week now. It's a week today. How about that? It's perfect.
Very cool. I heard, what else did I hear about that? Epcot is unfortunately not at its best. There's a lot of walls.
Let's step back. Future World is not at its best. The
True.
rest of Epcot is in wonderful shape with topiaries and the Flower and Garden Festival and World Showcase. If you come in through the International Gateway, it's absolutely beautiful. It's Future World, which we know is going away for World Celebration and World Discovery and World Nature. That's the area that's really not at its best. So let's leave it at that. World Showcase is beautiful as always.
Oh, sure. But the best part about Future World is where all that construction is. If you look at a map right now, it's a big green field. It looks like it's just nothing there but
That is true.
grassland, picnic areas, things like that. Unfortunately, not too true.
Hold on. Someone might have a map handy.
So, Kathy, is that 80 days for Jimmy's trip, or are you going down?
Here's your map for. That's your World Showcase map.
Sure.
And
so
you
right
can
there
kind of see there's right in the middle, there's not much going on in the front. There's a lot of green space, but it's not green space when you look at it.
Right.
And Jimmy's right. As far as World Showcase, you'd never know it had construction. If you come in International Gateway and you walk around World Showcase, you wouldn't know because you'd have to go all the way up into the front to discover that. And that's kind of what I say. Epcot is.
So we're.
Yeah.
Well, sure. It is what it is. Now, one of the big things is Spaceship Earth is going to be closing down. So we know a lot of our friends are trying to get down there before it closes for its refurbishments. The bonus is we heard rumors that it's going to be the opening of Ratatouille, kind of the same weekend.
So we've heard rumors. We have no confirmation of that, but we know that May 26th is the last day of Spaceship Earth, the way that we know it today. The rumors that we're hearing are that the day after that, we may be seeing Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is kind of cool. So you close one thing and open another. That would be really cool.
Very nice. We can only hope. And Ratatouille, that's going to be such a fun ride. I can't wait for that.
Ratatouille, absolutely. Well, you've been on Ratatouille, Ed. You're the only. So Ratatouille is an attraction that is at Disneyland Paris.
Right. We're
and
lucky.
You've ridden that, and it's being replicated to Paris in France. Tell me a little bit about that, Ed. How was it?
It's a really incredible ride. It's one of those, the line and the queue is just as fun as the ride was. We had a good time with that. The ride itself was incredible in the way they did the audio and the video. I hope they do the same with this one. And the way the courtyard looked, it looked really, really just like Paris did. So it looks pretty cool. And really, really quick, let's take a break. Audie, going to be down there the same time we're going to be down there. Sam might be down there too. So it might be possible. A meetup in early June, guys. Should be fun.
We could do something then. Ed, I have a screen share that you could pop on, but that is the...
That's questionable, but we can try.
Well, no, you can try that. There you go right there. So that is the Flower and Garden Festival, and that's one of the new topiaries this year. That's Remy. And Remy is situated right in the garden in France, and you can see the wall back behind France. That's the entrance to the new attraction that hasn't opened yet. And you can see that they installed the marquee recently. So we're getting closer, but it's kind of cool to see something that's happening out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true. And Morgan, the comparison, I can tell you right away, the first thing is they exited out in front of a restaurant. So I'm not sure if that's going to be happening, although I did hear there was a new restaurant back there. So I'm going to be kind of cool to see where that's located.
There absolutely is. It's back behind World Showcase. And here's where you get the best view, Ed, when you're in the Skyliner. Coming into World Showcase. You're going right over top of where it is. You can see the new fountain that's being constructed. You can see where the new restaurant's going to be. So that's some cool stuff there as well.
Yep, very true. Is anybody else going down to Walt Disney World? Do you have any trips planned? Do you have your, countdowns ready?
We're all going to Walt Disney World. It's just a matter of when. Right?
I know, right? There's so many new things I'm going to try to get on. Mickey's and Minnie's Runaway Railroad being foremost. Good things, right, Sam?
It's good things. It does. We've talked before on the show and on this as far as Star Wars Rise of Resistance and how it puts you inside of the attraction. That's exactly what Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad does. It puts you inside a Mickey short. So you are invited to the world premiere of Mickey's latest short cartoon, which is Perfect Picnic. It's premiering at the Chinese Theater, right? So we're in the 1930s, where when Mickey Mouse was a star all over the place and people would go to shows just to see Mickey. We're going into the Chinese Theater and we get to watch this this preview and things go horribly wrong and we get sucked into the experience, and it's absolutely a wonderful ride.
Can't wait. Sounds
it's a
like
wonderful
fun.
experience. I won't even call it a ride. I'm going to call
Right.
it an experience.
And Jennifer's going to beat us, the rest of us, down there. She'll be down there in a little while.
That's awesome, and make sure you get those fast passes. So here's a good question for those of you. Kathy's down there May 29th. Here's a good question for those of you that make your fast passes ahead of time. You can pick one of 3 now in Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios is completely different because now
this is crazy. Where do you hear this?
This is crazy. You get to pick Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad, or Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, or Slink Dog Coaster. One of those 3 are your tier 1 fast passes. And if you go back 2 years, none of those things existed. I just think that's so cool. So what are you guys picking? Which one? Or do you have to go back multiple days?
I think that's great. I love the rope drop, so I'm going to be able to take advantage of that. First tier, second tier, plus my rope drop ride.
That's right.
A fun time in the morning.
But this also means you pick your tier 1, tier 2, you can do Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror is tier 2 fast passes, which is really cool in the grand scheme of things.
Which is amazing how they fell so far.
Yeah. Not that they fell far, but they did.
Yes, they did. We're talking about our meetups in November. Looking forward to that also. I hope everybody can have a chance to get out there. We have a new event this year. I think Jimmy talked about it a couple times so far. We have our fireworks viewing Chinese open bar show. What are we calling that, though?
That's a good question. What should we call it? It's the 2020 Disney Nerds Podcast Fireworks Spectacular. That's what we call it. Or is that too many words? Or am I just falling right into Disney media where you take the wheel of attractions, Ed? You got to put magic and spectacular and you spin the wheel, and that's how you name what the event's going to be.
Mm-hmm. Well, that event's going to be our Thursday night event, which is very cool because we've never had a Thursday night event before. Then we're going to have our Friday night sample-thon.
That's right.
Take a trip around World Showcase on our way to America. We're going to check out the last show of the American theater. Usually it's the Hooters. We've had really good luck with the Hooters the last couple
that
years,
schedule's not out yet, but I got to tell you what, Garden Rocks, which is going on right now, there's some pretty good entertainment for Garden Rocks down there.
Very cool.
There's good stuff happening. Well, the opening night when I was there, it was Peebo Bryson, and it took me a while to remember what they sing, but once they sang it, I remember it, and now I can't. So I don't know. If you think of it, Ed, you can sing it.
Brandon, looking forward to that too. 246 days. Thanks for updating me on that.
246.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I shared, Ed, there's a picture in there of the back of France from the Skyliner. And what you can see in this image is this is behind France. This is the restaurant. And you can kind of see where you're going to swing around and go into the attraction. On the right-hand side, this is your restaurant, which is right around the corner.
So now, if the way it was in Paris, it was a glass wall that showed where the restaurant was at the exit when you got out of the cars themselves. So there's a potential maybe that wall does touch against the ride enough, maybe.
It looks like the exit's going to take you into the bakery, which is already there. You can see the Gaston sign is up here above, but it's kind of cool because one of the things when I was fortunate enough to be able to go into the attraction when we did one of the previews, and it wasn't ready yet, but I got to go inside. And what the Imagineers told us was as you round that corner in France and sort of come back there, you're getting into the Pixar France versus the real France. So in front of it, when you're looking at the World Showcase, it's the Pixarization. This is the word they used. The Pixarization of France, where the walls get a little wonky and the sizes aren't quite right because you're slowly getting down to the size of a mouse, right? For Ratatouille, just like in Andy's backyard, you get shrunk to the size of a toy. So it's kind of cool, and it's beautiful the way that they've done that transition.
Right. Well, and see now, as far as sharing Ratatouille Paris, I'm not sure how much I would ruin her or not because you do get shrunk down to the size of a mouse. That's the whole theme of the ride.
Yeah.
You are in the woodwork. You're running around the stoves. You're having a great time in the restaurant.
That's the attraction.
Forward to it. Anyway, if everybody's watching, we're talking about that one meetup we're having on Thursday. It's a great event. It's a 2-hour open bar. It's on the waterfront in China. When you see that little area, it's really nice because it's behind a big topiary type area. So it's kind of like hidden, which is really nice. And hopefully the new fireworks will be in there. The new show will be ready.
We hope so. We don't know for sure, but we're hoping that we see Harmonious. We're all looking forward to that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so now one of the other things I wanted to do tonight is a trailer came out this morning. Does everybody remember, or did anybody hear what the trailer was? Did you see it, Sam?
Did not see it. I saw some posts about it in the Disney Nerds Facebook group. I know what it is, but I've not watched it.
Yep. Jungle Cruise, the movie trailer dropped today. And I'm going to try to show it right now. So let's give this a shot. Okay. Do we see it?
Oh, I see lots of things. There we go.
Now, guys, you're going to have to let me know if you hear the sound, because that's the one thing we're not sure about. So definitely thumbs up if you got the sound.
Loud.
So what are you doing out here?
There you go.
There is a legend in the jungles of the Amazon of a tree that heals all. It could change the world, but if it gets into the wrong hands, it could awaken a great evil. I believe that the legend is real,
Which it's not.
and I'm going to find it.
Which you want.
And when I do, just imagine the lives that could be saved.
I've been looking for this tree longer than anybody. I've tracked the legend to every village, every island. Nothing. You're searching for something that can't be found.
But you've never had the key.
Let's do something that's safe. Let's go see some elephants.
There are no elephants in the Amazon, and I don't even like elephants.
Lady, everybody likes elephants. Know this about the jungle. Everything that you see wants to kill you, and can. Careful. They can smell fear.
I am not afraid. Oh my gosh.
Who brings a submarine to the Amazon?
Feuer!
Good night. Oh, I got you.
Frank, get it.
Hold on.
Come on.
I got it.
Frank.
I don't got it.
No. For goodness sake, just leave me alone. That was a disaster.
Didn't go the way I planned.
Okay, July 24th.
All right, so that looks kind of cool. They're looking for a tree, is what I got out of that. So,
Right. Whoops. Thanks,
okay.
Jimmy. The other thing I got out of it, I thought that was pretty cool, was that they named the river. How many different rivers are on the Jungle Cruise, yet we know which one the movie is taking place on? Does that mean we have parts 2 and 3 coming out, perhaps, or at least part 2 on the Nile?
Did we see Schweitzer Falls at all in that preview?
Well, we did see a whole area of falls that actually, as soon as I saw that area of falls, it almost looked like the elephants were going to show up, and then they had the elephant joke. So what did you guys think? Is it a movie you're going to see right away? Is it going to be big? More importantly, are they going to change the Jungle Cruise and Magic Kingdom to match it someday down the road?
If it's successful, I think that they might add a tree or at least change the spiel for the Jungle Cruise. That could be interesting. It'd be interesting to see if that happens.
I don't know.
Well, let's put it this way: if we're talking about the
Hi,
Jungle
Sandra.
Cruise,
Hi, Tina.
if
Yo,
we're-
Chris.
if we're talking about the Jungle Cruise 2, 3, 4, 5, the Jungle Cruise Stranger Tides, is that what the Pirates was? You never know.
I was thinking pirates in the back of my mind too. Okay, what do you guys think?
Well,
Is
I was
The Rock
thinking
gonna carry
pirates.
this through?
I was thinking the Pirates, and I was also thinking Haunted Mansion and Country Bears at the same time. Those weren't as successful, and Disney sort of forgets about those. But Pirates was a very successful franchise, which went full circle and influenced the attraction. So we'll see.
Right. And I think I heard this week that Johnny Depp was he was saying he was okay with doing the next Pirates movie too. Again.
What,
So
the next Pirates movie? Really?
Yes. Yes. So that should be interesting.
Wow.
It should be interesting. So guys, what part did you like best about that? The snakes, definitely don't like snakes.
Snakes.
Especially
Why did it
coming
have
out
to
of a
be
guy's
snakes?
skull,
Oh, wait.
which looked like a Pirates, first Pirates Part 1 snake. And yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Why does it have to be snakes in the Amazon? But so it's July. It's going to be a great summer movie. I guarantee there'll be something else releasing like around it. So it should be a good time.
I'm sure there's lots. Speaking of releases, there was a new Pixar movie that just released, right? What are people thinking of that? And anybody interested in seeing that?
Yep. My son got to it the other night. I haven't had a chance to see it. Onward is, of course, what
nor
we're
have
talking
I.
about.
But same boat. My son went to see it.
I've heard a lot of good things. Interested to see if anybody here has seen it.
Has anyone seen Onward? What are we thinking? So it's true. It's doing at the box office. Well, but how much of that do you contribute to the coronavirus versus, in reality? Right. So you got to kind of put that in perspective. But yeah, I mean, it's not. I get it. I saw the preview at Hollywood Studios. That is the current preview when you go through One Man's Dream. And I saw it, and I thought more of it after seeing the preview. When you see the trailers that are on TV, it was kind of like, yeah, not really. But after seeing that preview, I was a little bit interested.
Bill, I was waiting to ask if you cried. That was the one thing I heard from many, many people was that the guys were crying.
Yeah. So amazing. Yeah. There you go. So this falls into a question that I saw in the Disney Nerds not long ago. What Disney movie did you not expect to be good that you went to and it was good? For me, it was Frozen. I didn't expect anything out of that, seeing the previews. And I went and I thought, this is a winner.
That's a flawed question, though, because you don't expect any Disney movie to be bad when you go see it. So how do you say it's going to be bad when it's good?
I guess it's how well the preview projects itself, right? Does the preview really lead itself, right? Remember back to Frozen, we saw the previews were all off. We had no idea what was really going on.
Sure. And Jimmy, as far as the hype goes, hype for Brave wasn't too big, I think, when it came out. But once it got going, like the year later and after that, Brave became a bigger movie, I think, as time went on. So maybe it's the same type of thing here. Same with, in a way, kind of, I was going to say Stitch back in the day, but, it took a little while to get legs.
Yeah, and to Morgan's comment on One Man's Dream changing to Mulan, I wouldn't be surprised if that already happened because Onward's now in theaters. They do that pretty quickly in there, for sure.
Sure, and I hear the connection there, Bill. So, yeah, it's definitely going to stick with people, and maybe Onward's just going to keep getting, like I said, legs, which I understand is part of the storyline. So it's a little bit of a pun there.
But I'm bummed. I saw what you did there, Ed. I did.
And then the characters, sure. And we'll have to see how it goes.
So after seeing the preview, Chris Pratt's character is pretty funny. The preview I saw in studios, but we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much Chris Pratt does that's not good, really. Any of these guys they got. Tom Holland's the other voice. So, says a lot.
Yeah, it does.
So I guess what other movies are coming out everybody's looking forward to? What do you have?
You have to go a couple years into the future with it. So I don't even want to talk about movies. I still haven't watched Clone Wars season 7, which is on Disney Plus, and we know the Mandalorian's coming in October, season 2. Jimmy's looking forward to 007. That's cool.
Well, we have some time to wait. Somebody mentioned above how they delayed it. Chris said they delayed 007 until January or December release.
Oh, they did? I did not know that.
It was a couple weeks away. They had Daniel Craig on SNL the other night because it was supposed to be released, very soon. He stayed on. He was hilarious, but then down the road. Black Widow, Bill, very good one. I'm looking forward to that big time. I want to see what happens now that we're moving on with Marvel. That's definitely the thing to look forward to.
You got Mulan later this month.
Mulan, I'm so looking forward to that. Jimmy, hitting Star Wars Resistance, Disney Plus update. I just finished the second season of Resistance. They're good all the way around. It's
I
a
haven't
really,
seen season 2 yet, so no
it's
Resistance.
it's a good dose. It's a good dose of figuring out what the First Order is all about. It was very, very good.
Well, from season 1 of Resistance, it's the first time we saw a different angle of a scene from a movie, because I thought that was really cool. You see a cartoon aspect ratio of a scene that was in The Force Awakens, and it was like, whoa, that's kind of neat. So the timelines clearly cross.
Right. Very cool.
We got
seeing all
another
that.
Pixar release coming too with Soul in June. That's interesting. I haven't
What was
seen
that
much
one again?
about that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much at all about that, but
I'll have to look at that one.
the poster art is piano keys. So,
Okay.
sure.
Fair enough. Spectre, Leslie and I saw it the other night, Chris. Yeah, okay. I hope it's better too. But we'll see. So
Catching the end of Flower and Garden, Kathy, that's awesome. Don't forget pass holder magnets, things like that. I did grab my opening one. I'm not sure where it is, or I'll show you guys. I know what I did grab at Flower and Garden Festival. I got Spike the Bee.
oh, very cool.
Spike the Bee is a that goes with the orange bird that was last year, but he was kind of cool. I had to get me a Spike.
Very nice. That'll go on the shelf.
Right next to the orange bird,
What
which
character?
they had again.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's right. Jimmy, what character do you think it is? The obvious one is probably Rocket.
Oh,
what do you think?
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the
characters.
characters or singular, like one of them or all of them? That's kind of cool. I get confused on that timeline. When it comes to Star Wars, I'm going to jump right in and assert my opinion. And when it comes to this, you guys got me here. You got to tell me the timeline.
Right. So the preview for Soul before Onward. Give me something, Bill. Something else about it. What's the deal with Soul?
Yeah, Jimmy's right. I need to catch up. I understand.
Or Morgan. Looking forward to that.
I've not
really
seen a
looking-
trailer for Soul, and we also have at the end of May we have Artemis Fowl, which is a Disney movie. I don't know anything about that one.
I tried Artemis Fowl and got through the first half of the first book, and it's dark.
Yeah,
I just
it's
didn't
not an
continue.
animated movie. That's it's interesting. In looking at it very quickly, it reminds me a little bit of the Tomorrowland movie, which, by the way, that is such an underrated movie. I loved Tomorrowland.
Right.
I really did.
Sure. That was another strong ending. I have my Tomorrowland pin. I totally agree with the whole
Yes,
premise of that.
I
try to
love it.
represent it all the time.
Something about a
Definitely.
dragon. I've seen other movies like that.
There's a couple out there.
Is there a dragon in Star Wars? The Rancor. Can that be the dragon?
No.
See how I did that? It shut me down.
I was lucky enough this week, like I said, Sam and I got together last week for dinner. He was in King of Prussia, and he brought me my purple and my red kyber crystal for my
There you go.
lightsaber. My collection is now complete. I'm
Saw
very
that
psyched
right
about
there
that.
the whole time.
Haven't found a black one yet. He brought the holocron. We were playing around with that. That was
Both, by
fun.
the way. I got them both. Because I did add the other to the collection. Bill,
Gotcha.
Tomorrowland was great. Loved it too. When they went in the small world and the thing opened and it shot down in, it was just awesome. Loved it.
So now Pixar doing a movie about a musician who dies right as about
That's Soul.
it's
All right.
Soul, and that to me sounds a little Coco-ish, which is odd how they're dealing with death again. But I'm okay with that. That'll work.
Yeah. So last show I did my
Thanks,
Sith
Morgan.
holocron. Well, see, so I had it's going red on me because I last had a red kyber crystal inside my Jedi holocron, which messes it all up. All right. I'll turn that off.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I like my holocron. I like holocrons, period. I haven't gotten one yet. The big debate's if we're going to get a droid or not.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're going down to Galaxy's Edge, have you participated in the lightsaber building? I'm sure you've heard the story about Sam, Jimmy, and myself all doing the lightsabers. What do you guys? Have you been able to? The next thing, like I said, is maybe a droid for me.
Never crossed the streams. And that's what I did, Jimmy, by the way. Sorry. I put the red kyber crystal inside the Jedi holocron, and it's never been the same. I got to figure out how to reset it.
Mhm. Well, that was another show I did too. We have the different crystals that make different noises in the sabers. So that's gonna be something we should try again too.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So did you put the red one inside your lightsaber? Is it different sound?
Yes, very much so. $50,
Right.
Bill. $49.99, both of them. Either one, but with the discount, what was it?
42
Yep.
with the annual pass discount.
Yeah. So, and 42 sounds so much better than $49.99.
It does, but it's still a lot.
Right.
Let's be honest.
But the holocron does do a lot. However, we did notice it was repeating statements for different colored crystals. So it seemed like it was taking the good side force statements and using them for the various good crystals, and the dark crystal basically had its own, the red one. We didn't try a black one in there though,
because we don't have a black one.
Not yet. Anybody have a black one? Keep trying. We're going to try actually probably another time when I get down there. So we'll see. Yep. Morgan wants the droid. Thomas wants the lightsaber. Yeah, that's a happy medium there. You both get to
42 is the
experience
ultimate
it.
answer. That's exactly right. 42.
Right. Yeah. How about that? What else is going on?
And the book turns 42 this year. Very nice.
Not familiar. I'll have to check that out.
It's been about that. Yeah, it's been about that long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We mentioned earlier how we have our Thursday event in November. We also have our Friday event. We talked about that. We didn't mention our Saturday event. One of the things we've done every year, we've had our meetups, is we've had our scavenger hunt on Saturday. And this year we're going to be doing the scavenger hunt again. I hope
I got one right here, Ed.
Show up again. I hope people who haven't been there show up and try it out.
Ed, I have one right here. Look at that. This is one of your scavenger hunts, man.
Nice.
That's it
nice,
right
nice,
there.
Nice. I got a pile of them around here somewhere.
I'm sure you do, but this is legit. This is good stuff. This is,
right.
and is this last year or 2 years ago?
I can't read it. I'm sorry.
It is Dangerous Podcast 5th annual scavenger hunt.
Yeah, so it's
Animal Kingdom.
2 years ago.
Yep, that's Animal Kingdom.
Last year we did Magic Kingdom, and it was pretty fun. The best part I think about the scavenger hunt for me was that we had the train station to ourselves. So we just got to hang out and wait for people and enjoy the
Some
whole
of the
time.
cool things like that right there. Who are the people in this picture? Name them. Do you remember?
From Animal Kingdom, sure. I'm not going to ruin it for everybody, though.
Oh, come on.
Let's give everybody a shot. Let's give some people a chance to answer that one.
So that was part of the Animal Kingdom scavenger hunt.
And that was so cool to find out. It was so cool to find out they were real. They were real people. They were real people. But that entire area, which is kind of giving you a hint, has a whole story, which I didn't know about until I did the scavenger hunt. And to me, that's the fun part. I get to learn so much, and you guys get to learn a couple of things too. We're going to be doing Galaxy's Edge. And
I will give the hint is that it's in Dino Land.
Yeah.
So those guys are over in Dino Land somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So as Morgan's saying, check out our Facebook page, the Disney Nerds Podcast. We have our events listed there. You can all check it out.
The backstories are absolutely amazing on everything that Disney does, and that's what you have to get into. And I even alluded to it a little bit when we were talking about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad. The backstory that they put into the premiere of the cartoon short at the Chinese theater, and even when you walk in, you're going to see posters of Steamboat Willie and Plane Crazy and all of the Mickey shorts. And by the way, they're all the technology from Disney Cruise Lines, which change and they're animated, and it's wonderful. And you're there to see this brand new cartoon, perfect picnic, and it just is absolutely perfect.
Let me ask you, what's the rideability factor? Are you going to be riding this a couple of times a day?
Absolutely.
Or, awesome.
Well,
okay.
So I am going to ride it. I'm going to try to get on there every trip. If I can multiple times, I will. I expect that eventually the lines will get a little shorter. But the re-rideability is a lot like Rise of Resistance, in the fact that things are happening all around you. You're going through the attraction and you hear Donald back to your left and you hear Goofy over on the right and you hear something going on over here. And there's these little tiny call outs all over the place. And there are references to the Great Movie Ride. There's references to Iwerks. There's references to 1901 and 1940. 1942, and it's amazing the things that are inside there. And it's just the Imagineers did a phenomenal job. Rewritability is real, and I will absolutely be on that multiple times.
Excellent.
Just like Rise
Very
of
cool.
Resistance, you're in the cartoon. It's awesome.
Right. And again, Rise of Resistance, another one I can't wait for. I haven't been on it. June. I am counting the days. Thank you, Morgan. I totally appreciate that. And Chris, I totally get that. That is what separates us. We get those whole backstory things, and that really makes it so much better once you get on those rides a couple of different times.
That's what makes us nerds, knowing the backstory, going into Galaxy's Edge and having a conversation with Vi about what she's learned for General Organa. It's amazing. And when you do it in that context, the way that they talk back is just amazing.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And I'm sorry to throw this at everybody, but a really quick commercial. We started a new thread on our blog, the Disney Nerds Podcast blog, where we're going to be doing some Disney Nerd book reviews. And I threw one out there today. It was about Disney's Star Wars Black Spire Outpost. It's the book I read before I went down to Disney in November. Sam's talked about it a bunch of times. I learned so much information about Galaxy's Edge from reading that book. So I decided to put a review out there finally for it. And Vi is the main character of the book.
And then she is the person you see walking around Galaxy's Edge. You see her with Chewie, and just the things, Ed, that you knew from reading that book and the things to look for inside of Galaxy's Edge because of it, sounds like the foundation for a scavenger hunt. It sort of does. Well, that and the cartoons are the same way, because if you read the Galaxy's Edge cartoons and you start talking about Doc Ondors, and inside of Doc Ondors there's so many antiquities, and you can see who he sent to get those, whether it was Chewie or Boba Fett. It's just an amazing way of pulling characters together. Storytelling is amazing. And I see a link there to the Galaxy's Edge Black Spire. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing the link.
Yeah. And it's a really cool book. I talk a little bit about canon. I guess it's the EU canon. What did they call that? The Empire?
The Expanded Universe.
Expanded Universe.
Yep.
And then past that, the newer books and things like that. So check it out. Definitely pick up one of those books. It's worth the read.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys. So we're about done for tonight.
We are.
But we did kind of hit on a couple different things. Like we kind of bounced around.
Look how cool that looks.
What else we want to do?
I got to thank Ed for that. I got Ed Holocron.
Oh, look at that, Baby Yoda.
Look how good he looks.
We got those for Christmas. We got some.
Well, printer. It wasn't this color when I got it.
True. It was a little later. So awesome. We're gonna make him look nice.
Baby Yoda. Sorry, I had to do that. He's up here on my shelf right next to, you'll like this, Ed. This is my monorail, which is actually a USB drive.
Oh, very cool.
If I slide the back out of there, that's my USB drive.
Yeah, at least it's useful.
It's not very big. It's an older one, but it's cool. Sorry.
Right. That's fine. Okay, guys, I think that's going to be it for tonight. If you like what you saw, definitely share what we're doing there.
Thank you, Tina. It's the child. It's not Yoda. It's the child.
I can't believe the waiting lists for the child right now. It's amazing. Every time you see him on the internet with either Funkos or figurines or shirts, things like that, there's a waiting list everywhere.
All right, so I got the big question, and I'm going to spill another rumor here because it's a rumor, but we know this is happening. You remember the Baby Groot meet and greet, right?
Sure.
Where they had Star-Lord and they had a Baby Groot, and the Baby Groot was the animatronic. Well, we know that Disney's reached out to that same company to work on a Baby Yoda or a child meet and greet. So somewhere they're cooking up a Baby Yoda or a child and a Mandalorian meet and greet. How long is that queue going to be? But more important, where are they going to put it? Because it doesn't fit the timeline of Galaxy's Edge.
Very true.
Does it go?
Interesting. Questions for the future.
Do they just break all the rules and put them in Galaxy's Edge, or does it go over in Launch Bay, or I don't know, right?
Well,
because
there's going to be plans for Launch Bay. Things are going to change there, so it's definitely going to be up in the air. We'll see even how soon it comes to the parks. How fast does a Disney Plus item get translated into a Disney park? that's a great experiment to see how quickly that happens.
It
We'll
is.
see.
We know that we know a couple of things. The child plush and the child Funkos and those things which are coming, we're being told that they were purposely delayed and were not put in production before the series came out because they didn't want to spoil anything.
Sure.
I mean, the child was a surprise to everybody. I know it was to me. I'm like, what's going on here? And your first thought is, how can this happen at the end of the first episode of The Mandalorian? What is this? We know this isn't set. It just so many questions came up because it's set after the fall of the Empire, before the rise of the First Order, and we know Yoda died during The Empire Strikes Back, which is well before that. Oh, so many questions.
Oh, it's tied into Luke's birth. We'll have to see. Okay, guys, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate everybody showing up. Again, share with your friends, and we will see you next week. More than likely, Lisa and Jimmy will be back next week.
Oh, we're busting in with them. We're with them. There's room for four whatever. It's all good.
Yeah, very cool. We'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Congaloosh!